Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Hang. I hope I sound energetic because I'm tired as fuck right now. But yeah, I gotta stop doing this late nights because it's gonna make it sound like I got no interest in this. But it's a great episode. We got Markzen here for the first time. If you don't know who that is, like I said later in the show, he was one of our performers in the JXD concert. If you don't know what that is, definitely go check it out. JXD Entertainment on Instagram, on the YouTube, on the website, jxdentertainment.com to go check out everything else we do. But yeah, go check out all the great artists that performed that day. It's a nice little video. Probably gonna do that later this year again. So stay tuned. Anything else I got to say? This was once again it's a great episode. Um, let's see. I'm enough talking for me. I said I'm tired already, so why would I keep talking? I just want to let you know though. Markzen will be performing. He will be headlining at Shillelagh's Tavern. If you guys are from New York, you know exactly where that is. If you're a Queens native, it's over in go look it up. Go on the Google Maps. I know how to get there, but I always forget the exact streets. But yeah, just go look it up. It's gonna be headlining, I think, from like 8 to 10. There's gonna be a bunch of other bands apparently. But yeah, definitely go check out Markzen. It's got good music. You're about to hear a little something he did on the guitar right now, and stay tuned to the very end to hear what do you call this podcast? The Hang podcast. The Hang podcast exclusive unplugged version of No Priority, a song that he already has out everywhere. So stay tuned till the end, or skip forward to the end. I mean, if you just want to hear the music, go ahead. But this is a great episode, like I said, so you might as well listen to the whole thing. All right. Talk to you on the other side. Peace. And let me not forget that his performance is this Saturday at Shillelagh's Tavern, May 6th. So go check it out. Here's a little preview. Enjoy. All right.
There we go.
Take five, probably now.
Take five.
Take five. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Hang. We technically already started this, but you know, shit happens. But we have the great Markzen here. He's a new face to you guys, but not to me.
Thank you for having me.
I had we worked together for the first time back in October for the JXD concert. Which, if you haven't seen, definitely go check out on YouTube. I'll put the link where he is definitely in there. You're a couple of performers. Like, you played the guitar for us.
Yeah, definitely. For your track, that was freaking cool, man.
Yeah. So let me not get ahead of myself, but Mark, yeah, I think I just call you an artist in general. Like, I know you do a couple things. You could let the people know.
I'm Markzen. I guess you could say a rock artist or alternative artist, whatever you want to call that. Singer-songwriter, play guitar. I'm from Queens, New York, so you already know Queens get the money.
Of course.
And I mean, yeah, man. I love music. I love to play. I love to do shows. I like to interact with other artists, do collabs. That's what I do.
Go follow. I mean, I'll put all these links up. But yeah, definitely go follow Mark, because yeah, you'll see that he's just in it to win it everywhere. Whatever it is, he's down.
Yeah.
Because that's why I was like, I think I'm gonna just label you as artist, because it's like, one day you'll do one thing, the next day you'll do another, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've also played guitar for other artists like Vicky S.
Right.
I'm sure we're known for with her because I saw that she was a part of the podcast too. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
cool. I saw that. Um, yeah. Besides that, I've also played bass for Behind the Bullet, which is one of my friends. You could check them out on Spotify and iTunes and stuff.
Nice.
Like
Okay.
a metalcore band, you know. And yeah, I mean, I also played. I actually started like I also know how to play some cello. I guess I could say that. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
back in high school, and I was in the symphonic orchestra, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Learning the
That's
whole.
good to know. So it's been always some type of string instrument.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure,
Nice.
for sure, for sure.
Nice. You think I feel like because I've only like I've never been technically trained with many instruments, but I remember one time I picked up an upright bass and I've never touched it before, and I was like, I feel like I can do something. And I just started playing, and I was like, "This isn't that different from like electric bass." So did the cello translate to the
Um,
guitar and bass at all for you?
well, the thing about the cello is different strings.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, so it's a different tuning.
Right.
If I don't wanna be wrong to say it, but I know it's if I'm not mistaken, it starts with the first low note. I think it's if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I think it's an A,
I want to say the
and
same
then it
thing.
goes into it's been a while, man.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I played cello, but the second string I think is G or I forgot, man.
Okay.
But I know the third one is a D. I know that's a D for sure. Like I think
Okay.
that's a D for sure. And I think the last because there's four strings. It's
Right.
just four strings. I think the fourth string, the high is I think a G if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
Yeah, it's
this,
been a
this
while.
would my
I might be
guess was
wrong
actually
though.
my guess was A E C and like F. So I bet there's so many cello players listening right now, just
Yeah,
like
and they're like
going
probably like
crazy.
stupid idiots.
Right.
Guys don't know nothing.
Right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I mean, I personally like I should take some real bass lessons because I just picked it up one day and I was like, oh yeah, let's figure it out.
Nice. That's what's up, man. I mean, that's how it starts. I
Yeah.
mean, if something's calling you and you know you like it and just go for it. I mean,
right.
as long as you put the time and effort into it, I mean,
Right. And
it'll
then it's
happen.
funny because I'm pretty sure like you got to your level by thinking that you weren't that good.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
everybody
Right.
starts somewhere, man. Everybody starts somewhere. And then it's up to you to make you where you want to be,
Right.
for sure.
Nice. But yeah, I mean, like you said on our first take, well, I don't know if you want to re-put this out there, but you told us your age. And then yeah, if you've been doing it since high school, then
Hmm.
you've definitely been at it for a minute, and it's like you would assume that by then, hell yeah, your skills are up there. And like you kind of see it like, once again, go watch the concert just for a little taste. Go follow Markzen on Instagram,
Yeah,
and then yeah,
check it
you're
out.
gonna see
Check
it
it
for
out.
yourself. You're gonna hear it for yourself.
Yeah, check it out. I mean, words, actions are better than words. I could see you could say.
Right.
You know, content is better than just
Yeah,
saying you
that's
have
exactly it. Yeah.
it. So
Yeah, but before once again I forget, I wanted to tell you something since you see us over here drinking tea, cause it's that time of year, you know.
allergy season, you already know.
um,
Killer.
and then yeah, I know tea is like the definitely not. I don't know about coffee. I feel like coffee's not that good for your vocal cords, but I know tea is supposed to be, and things like honey. And then I asked once a singer who's been in it for a while now. Like
Hmm.
I don't remember his age, but I think it's something like late 30s, early 40s. And then yeah, he's like he did a lot of screaming in his music. And then I asked him like how do you go on tour and like still go on tour and have been doing that for a long time? Like how do you keep it up? And then yeah, it's like he was telling me things that I kind of already knew, like ginger, and things like that. But then he told me like I think it was like yogurt or something like
Yeah,
that.
yogurt.
Right.
No.
But I mean, if you don't fuck with yogurt, then
Yeah, I don't like
I don't
yogurt.
know.
I don't know. It's just something about it. It's funny because when I was a little kid growing
Mhm.
up, I would always I would see, other kids eating yogurt and stuff, the
Yeah.
Go-Gurts back in the day.
Right.
So I remember I was like, yeah, this must be good. You know, all the kids like it. So I was trying to like,
Yeah.
I was trying to, I remember bought a packet. My mom told my mom to buy a packet or something like that. And so I opened it up and I started like tasting it to see what's all the, the fun about.
Yeah.
And I
What's
was
the
like,
big deal?
what is this? Like this is nasty. Like,
That's
oh,
crazy. No, but you never had like the Go-Gurts that were frozen.
that's what I've been told. And
No,
I didn't
what?
get it. I wasn't,
Okay.
I didn't know about that at that time.
Probably a little too late, but you never
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Give it a try one of these days, man.
I don't even know if they have Go-Gurts
Oh, sure.
anymore.
Yeah. Do they still make that stuff,
I
bro?
don't
Yeah.
think
I
so.
don't know either.
It's 90s right there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's early
I still remember the
2000s.
commercial.
Yeah.
There's probably like a skateboard involved, like good old 90s. Yeah. Do you skateboard at all, or have you?
I used to. I
Yeah.
haven't skateboarded in a while,
Oh, okay.
but I used to back in middle school, high school.
Nice.
I had bought in a cruiser after high school, and I was cruising around
Oh,
because I
okay.
stopped doing tricks and stuff. But I technically stopped skateboarding due to, well, not stop skateboarding, but like try to like refrain away from skateboarding because of my, during when I was I want to say 13 around there, one of
Mhm.
my good friends got into like an accident and had broke his leg
Oh,
coming down a
okay.
hill. And me and him like were always like skateboard buddies. We'd go out and just
Yeah.
take our boards and just skate or go out. And so ever since that day happened, my parents went to go visit him, and went to go visit him, and my parents were like, "Yeah, no more skateboarding for you." I was
Yeah.
like, "Damn."
I mean, in a way, you dodged the bullet because that probably would happen eventually.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, a lot of people break their fingers, hands, arms. It's rough. Shout out to skaters,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Shout out to
It's
skateboarders.
like
Real people right there.
yeah, I was gonna say you have like a real athlete's like longevity. Like
Not even, they're just they're not afraid. There's no
yeah,
fear.
that's what it is, right?
No
All
fear.
right. Because if they
That's all you got to
did,
do it.
yeah,
No fear.
if they did, they wouldn't be doing it until like what for the
Jumping off
rest of
those
her life.
stairs, jumping off a ramp.
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. You guys all seen the videos. Yeah, that's painful to watch.
Did
But
you skateboard back in
oh,
the
that's the
day?
funny thing. Yeah, that's why I asked because I did it for a little bit and like exactly in middle school.
Nice.
And then funny story, like so I was doing it, like I wasn't that good, but I was, I could go. So then, um so yeah, I did it like for a year or two, and then I got into football, and then I saw
Nice.
that my friend had a football, and I'm like, hey, you want to trade? You want to trade skateboard for a football? And then he was like, yeah, I want to skate, so it's perfect. Um, and then obviously, like looking back at it now, that's not exactly the fairest of trades because a
Uh,
skateboard costs way more than football.
yeah, skateboard with everything,
Yeah.
like customized and everything. I want to say like nowadays it's like a good 100.
Right, yeah, exactly. A football's probably maybe $40 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 30, 40.
And then I back then, it was one of the last Santa Claus years. If you still believe in Santa Claus, skip forward about a minute. But yeah, my mom was pissed because Santa Claus got me that skateboard, and she's like, "No, you're gonna go get that skateboard back. Like I don't care." And I was like, "Why does it matter? He wants the skateboard. I want a football." And it's not like you bought it. It's Santa Claus bought it.
Santa Claus, yeah.
Santa Claus got it for me. Yeah, I mean, she didn't say anything at the time, but yeah, now thinking about it, it's like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah. They spent their hard-earned money.
Right, yeah. On something that, yeah, it's not that. I mean, I was gonna say it's not that common, but now, like all the people that I meet, it's like, yeah, I think we all skateboard at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, during I guess our childhood, skateboarding was getting really, really big.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Like I remember, I used to have Tony Hawk Pro Skater,
Right.
Tony Hawk Underground,
Same here,
1,
yeah.
2. I had Skate. I fucking love Skate.
Oh yeah.
1 and 2.
That's probably the best one, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The flick of the
The right stick.
yeah,
I
the
think.
right stick and stuff. Oh, man, I felt, it make you felt like you were skating, but then it made you want to go out to skate. So
Yeah, that is a good thing. I mean, people talk shit about video games, and like as long as you don't let them consume you.
yeah,
So actually, they might inspire to go try that out. Just
Mhm.
don't, maybe GTA something like that.
Yeah, maybe not that.
But nice man. Did you ever play? I assume you've had to play like Guitar Hero or Rock Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. One of those games that I know definitely was nothing like real life was DJ Hero.
DJ Hero.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
heard.
if
I've seen somebody play it, but
Mhm.
I never got to like play it.
Right. I mean, it's cool. Like, I like the mixes that they made, whoever like the producers were. But yeah, it's like because I eventually tried out DJing myself.
Nice.
That's kind of how I got it to everything I do now. But yeah, I was like, this is nothing like the game. Like nothing like the game.
Can't
Yeah.
can't just turn a button and
Yeah, you don't just press a button and then like 5 effects happen.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. But Guitar Hero was like, I feel like you probably could do the harder songs now, right? Or you think it still doesn't really
I mean,
translate?
it's not the same, honestly, but I get what you're trying to say. You know, it's like the with the finger and
That's what it. Yeah, that's what it is.
yeah. But I mean, I haven't played Guitar Hero in whew,
Yeah. Well, I
like a
mean,
while.
yeah, because if you think about it, it's just like what is it, 5, 6 buttons?
It's 5 buttons, yeah.
Yeah, and
Plus the
then-
strumming.
Right. Yeah. Plus the strumming, and then on a guitar you have at least 5 strings, and I don't know how many frets.
I mean, usually 6 strings on a guitar, 4
Oh,
strings on a
right.
bass.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
frets, I want to say like, I think they're like about, it depends what kind of neck you have,
That too,
honestly.
right.
Yeah. So I want to say maybe like a good like 25 frets, maybe 24.
Wow. Okay. Nice. And then I mean, I don't really play guitar, so it's hard for me to say or like think of the term that I'm trying to think. But like the lower or the higher up you get on the notes, the like more precision you gotta have. Is that accurate?
Say that again. Sorry.
Like the higher on the notes you go on a guitar, the more precision you gotta have.
You mean like higher in the fret?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you have to basically be on point because they keep getting slimmer with the frets.
Exactly,
So
right.
but it's all with practice. I mean,
Right.
you eventually have to practice, your scales and
Yeah.
keep going at it, and then do different licks, which eventually get you to becoming a better solo.
Oh, right,
You
right.
get to do all that
Nice.
stuff. Mhm.
So if I wanted to, let's say, start learning how to play guitar, what would you recommend is like the first step? Like, because I don't think just picking up an electric guitar
Mhm.
is necessarily the first thing you should do, right? Or do you think doesn't really matter?
It depends because I mean, it's up to anybody, whatever they like. Honestly, it doesn't
Mhm.
really like matter. But there is a difference. The strings between in an electric guitar, the strings are more like closer within each other,
Oh, okay, right.
and then acoustic they're a little like farther
Mhm.
apart from each other. So besides that,
Oh, okay.
it's
And then as far as like, cause the my man behind the camera today, Subat, he was
Shout out
asking
to
me,
Suba.
he was asking me about that as far as piano goes, and then I was like, well, it kind of depends what you're trying to do, but I think you should learn like your ABCs, like literally like where the notes are.
yeah, your theory.
Yeah,
yeah,
your theory. Right, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, your theory.
For sure. I mean, yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing also because now you're instead of having a creativity on your
Right.
instrument, now you're putting yourself like in a box.
Yeah.
It has to be in a method. Now it's not like, oh, I like this because I like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
And this is like, oh, this could go into this, and now
Mhm.
you're using your creativity. Now it's like, oh, this has to be like this because it has to be like
Right,
this.
right.
And so that
Right.
then you start straying away from your creative side.
Gotcha.
So like I said, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Like it's a good thing in the matter as in like, let's say you're getting together with like a couple of friends, you're gonna jam,
Right.
You get together and you guys could be like, all right, we're gonna jam in the key of I don't know, E.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then if everybody knows their theory, then it's like, okay, cool. I know what notes to hit and what not to hit.
Right. Yeah, that's I feel like that's when it matters. But like my reaction was kind of like your first comment. It was like I never really got like that good at reading because I didn't feel like I had to.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, like even if you make a mistake,
Mhm.
quote unquote, it's like you can still make it work.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I get what you mean by that.
Yeah. Just like Bob Ross said, man, they're not Oh God, what did he say?
Uh,
They're
I know.
they're not mistakes. They're beautiful errors. Sorry, I'm terrible with this.
I know
Yeah,
what you mean. I
but
know.
you know,
I'm trying to remember the
you
quote,
all
but
know
yeah,
what I'm talking about. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. The man Bob Ross. I want to know who made that. And by the way, that intro music to his show.
to his show. You know, they had actually there's like a theory behind all of his paintings, that his paintings are like all connected into like making a pathway of like this whole like nature walkthrough or something.
Wow.
Like
Okay,
it's
I
crazy.
can see that.
And they have like a whole real lap, like a whole lapse of all his paintings, like
Yeah.
back to back, and it shows like you like just. It
Wow.
literally seems like you're walking through the forest and walking into like
That's.
you see
I
like
could
into the
definitely see that.
waterfall, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's insane.
I could definitely see that being a thing. Cause yeah, I feel like people like him, obviously, once again, practice just like any other musician too. Like, cause he would just start and talk to you, and he's just like doing,
Yep.
and then you don't really see it being anything until the end. You're like, whoa,
Well,
just,
how did we get here?
yeah, right. Yeah, that's like he was like a magician with that.
Yeah,
Like,
that guy. I love Bob Ross. I definitely, if I want to just relax and sit down and watch something just calming, definitely just put on a
right.
quick Bob Ross. It
Yeah,
reminds me
so,
of like, I don't know if you know about like ASMR and stuff like that. Like
yeah.
that's I consider that as well ASMR. Like, well, guys, we're getting together. Not the part when he does hit his brush with the on the wood thing.
Oh, right.
That's like you be sleeping and what?
Right.
What?
Yeah. It's like a wake up call. It's like, you still paying attention?
Yeah, you still paying attention?
But yeah, it's definitely like the brushes. I feel like that's part of people who paint. That's part of the therapy, like the ASMR.
ASMR.
Like hearing the canvas and the brush. Yeah, doing a little flicking of whatever.
They talk like this and like that.
Exactly. I mean, they like. I feel like a lot of people are greatly into that too. So it's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
I think it's proven.
Yeah,
At
for
first, I
sure.
thought it was like, yeah, what is that? Like, it's gonna be a fad, a phase, you know.
It's gonna be a
It's gonna
phase.
be a phase for everybody. It's like, okay, it's still apparently, like you said, it was a thing back then too. We just didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. There's also I don't know if you know, but there's this thing called like mukbangs where like people there's this thing wherein they can't sit down and eat, so they like put like a video of other people eating while they're
Yeah.
eating, so they don't feel like they're eating alone or something like that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I didn't
Yeah,
even know that
yeah.
was a name for it.
Yeah, it's mukbangs.
Oh shit, okay.
I'd be seeing people like just devouring like 5 sandwiches, 6 sandwiches, like 5 whole pizzas, 3 pizzas. I'm just like, wow,
Yeah, and
where
those
does it go, man?
and like half of those people aren't even fat. That's
They
crazy.
do work out though, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
They
okay.
have to,
Gotcha. Yeah,
because
yeah.
that food eventually is gonna go somewhere.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
It's gonna go to your thighs.
Sorry about that. Sorry, drinking tea. Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of, if you guys want to see Mark, we're definitely not gonna forget this. If you want to see him soon, is it May 6th?
Oh yeah, May 6th at
Oh, okay.
Shillelagh's Tavern. Definitely pull
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Gonna be performing, headlining actually that show.
Ooh,
Mhm.
nice. That's what's up.
Gonna be some good acts. Robbie Bloodshed, the voice of Doom, Cassie. I don't know how to say her name that well, so I'm gonna say, but it's gonna be a great show.
Yeah, definitely.
Show starts at 8. Admission $10. Come in and have a drink. Let's go.
That's I think that's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. 2 weeks from like
Yeah.
not this Saturday, next Saturday.
All right. So whenever you listen to this, it's before then. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's up? If I feel like once again I told you before, I definitely been there because I've seen other Queens acts perform there.
Nice.
And I feel like that's like I feel like every borough has their spots for sure.
For sure.
Right.
Shillelagh Tavern is a really OG spot. Shout out to Nick Caterlos, please, promoting manager.
Nice.
Great guy. That's how we got the show. That's how we got the show together.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've played there a couple times. Every time I've had a show there, it's been always amazing. Great vibe. The small shows are very a lot. what's I guess you could say crowd. You know what I mean? Like you get to see the crowd
Yeah.
more, a little bit more than a
Yeah,
bigger
it's kind of
stage.
intimate, right?
Intimate. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
that's the word I was looking for. Intimate.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm pretty sure as a performer, you notice the difference because it's like you can, like you said, interact. Like they're not like what's the word? Distracted by something else
Yeah.
going on, or like
Mm-hmm.
they're not sidetracked. Like you can actually like make eye contact with these people, kind of
Make eye contact. Yeah, yeah.
thing. Get real close in
There was actually
person.
a time we had a show where this is back in the times where I actually used to have a band. We were the Void. You could check us out on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube as well. Um, the Void, but the I is an exclamation point, so it's like an I
Oh, right.
reversed,
Okay.
something like creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a show there, and there was a pretty good mosh pit going on there. You know, we were playing one of our punk songs, and this guy had like hit him. So there's like a pole, not a pole, but there's like a post, like not in the middle, but there's like a post. I don't know if they took it out yet,
Yeah.
but it's
Oh, you're
there.
talking about the same place, right?
Yeah, same
Yeah, yeah, I
place,
know what you're talking about.
and
Yeah,
they're
right in the
like,
middle.
yeah, like right in the middle. So
middle.
and so they had a mosh pit going on, and then somebody had hit their top of their eyebrow and like busted their eyebrow open, and it was bad. Like they were gushing out.
Yeah, shit.
But it was
That's
crazy
mosh pits,
show.
bro.
Yeah, yeah. If you're not, you better be ready, because if you're not ready,
All right. Yeah.
you're gonna.
You're gonna get engulfed in the mosh pit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, do you think I know I probably would, but I would like to think I'd have a good feeling about this. Like, oh, they're doing that because we're like giving them that energy.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. It all depends on how you act on stage. You know, like you said, stage presence is a
Yeah.
big factor on that, because you could be playing, fast or like I guess heavy music, but if you're not into it, or if you're not putting emotion or feeling to it, people in the crowd is not gonna get into it. But
Right.
if like you show that you're, giving it your all and rocking out, then people want to do the same thing. And if it sounds good, then they're gonna be jamming out with you.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what's up. I mean, you know by now you probably had your fair share, or I don't know. You tell me where you're like, because how did you realize that that's what had to happen? Like, was your first show ever? Did you like watch other people what they did, or was it like trial and error for you?
What do you mean, like?
Like, cause I don't know. Like I haven't performed that much myself, so I don't have that much like I guess work to like reflect on to see if like I got the crowd going or they didn't feel me at all.
For sure.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like I feel like you know how to get the crowd going by now. But did you know that from watching other people, or did you have to like fuck up the first couple times?
I think it would have to be with that. Yeah, seeing other people, definitely trying to see if like go to shows and see how other people perform, especially people that have been doing it longer than you and have take it seriously. You get to see like how they could get the crowd moving. Also trial and error as well, trial and error as well. Also, how's it? You just experience, just go with the experience, and you have to go to one of those shows where there's nobody there. You know what I mean? I've had that. I've had that before. You pull up, you have a show, and it's like 1-2 persons just watching it. You're just there. You're gonna play because you're gonna play, and you're not gonna just be like, oh wow, there's only 2 people playing. I mean, only 2 people watching me. I'm gonna just slack off and just say fuck this show. It's not like that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't treat it.
You never know who could be watching.
For sure.
That 1 or 2 person could be somebody that knows this other person that could probably get you, this other place and open a door for your opportunity. And
for sure.
to lead you into something else. So, and like I said, it's been an experience and just trial and error. There's also been shows where I get a little too lit, pre-gaming a little too much, and you find out that it's like not your thing. So it's like you shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? So it's like no.
Yeah, because for some people that is actually part of their
some people do it, yeah.
thing.
Some people just literally get pre-game and then just get, lit before their show and then just go straight into it.
Right. And they do well somehow.
Yeah. Props to them.
Yeah. No, but you're definitely right about like still having the same energy, whether it's like 100 people or 2.
For sure. Always try to give it your all. Even if, like I said, even if nobody's watching, it's just, you never know.
Yeah, I remember like the very first time I tried anything out. It was like yeah, my college, they were doing like some open mic thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then like yeah, like basically nobody showed up. And I felt bad. I was like, man, this sucks. Like this is gonna like not that I'm gonna save the day, but like let me at least contribute something.
Yeah.
So I just like handed the person, it's like, hey, here, play this instrumental. And I just went up there and like kind of did a song that I had made that I've never like thought
Recorded.
of. Yeah, I've never recorded or thought about making it a song, but I was like, let's try it out here.
Mm-hmm.
See how it goes. I was obviously nervous, so all I did was like close my eyes and, and just go.
Close my eyes.
Yeah, but then like halfway through, I was like, all right, I'm okay. But then yeah, like it went from nobody being there to like two people like kind of caught their ear, I guess,
Nice.
and like they stopped
Stop to
and
listen.
watch, and I was like,
That's
all right,
what's
that's
up.
enough. To be honest, that's like enough for me to like
That's dope.
make like I feel like it,
No,
it
for
made a
sure.
difference, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up though. Um, hey, how about we take a quick break real quick? We'll refill. We'll use the bathroom as needed. And we'll be right back. But for you guys, it'll be like a second.
Suited.
All right, thanks everybody. Well, why are we thanking you? You're the one that waited 1 second.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, definitely thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Go follow us on the Instagrams because we go live. In case you didn't know, yeah, I have to get better at that. Cause yeah, we tend to get good some good questions from here. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Definitely don't forget Markzen. Is it underscore Markzen, something like that, or is it just Markzen?
Well, I mean, if you're looking for me on
On Instagram.
iTunes,
Oh,
Instagram,
right.
Instagram, it's underscore Markzen. Yeah,
That's okay.
I'm fighting for that just Markzen title, but
Yeah,
it's
somebody
a
out
user
there.
that's not being active that's using it. I'm
Right.
coming for you. I'm kidding.
No, I wouldn't doubt that. Like, you know how you started paying for blue checks and all that now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't know because sometimes it's like, makes you, I guess, more of a official feel. Like like it's like okay,
right.
and plus it is also to combat against spam accounts.
Right, exactly.
People do
Uh-huh.
also make double accounts of you and stuff. So it does, it does help out. But then of course it goes into the contradiction of like, oh well, now you're paying for your check instead of getting it officially.
Right.
So it's like I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, unfortunately, I've seen. I don't talk shit, but I guess this qualifies. But I've seen people with like whose pages are just kind of just regular people taking like a selfie. I kind of right. It's not really about anything. The page.
Mm-hmm. Like it's just like a personal
Yeah,
account.
it's just a person, and they have a blue check, and it's
Yeah.
like, why?
Yeah. Hey, if they have money to pay for it,
right, yeah. Hey, they're not complaining. So I feel like that might happen soon with names. You know how like you could technically like buy it. Some like let's say you want to make a markzen.com, but somebody already bought that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy it off of them.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, so out of that's for names soon too.
Yeah, for sure. And there's been lawsuits about like
Right.
artists having like the same name as another artist or bands having like the same name as another band.
Yeah. Here's a quick history slash business lesson. So we all know Prince, right?
Yeah.
So Prince, do you remember that there was a point that he was known as the artist formerly known as Prince?
No.
Okay, so then or like the symbol. So yeah, the reason why he did that is because when he was young, like we're all young, we don't really know how the industry works, so we just like as long as we get to do something, we'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
So like I went like his first deal ever, it was pretty bad as far as like the record label kept most of the rights for it.
Yeah.
Or just about all the rights, right? And then he got educated, he educated himself, and he saw his like how good he was, but yeah, he wasn't making money off of what he sold. So a loophole around that is that the company might own the rights to your name, but if you call yourself something else, then they don't have rights to you anymore. So he started releasing things as like his symbol, Like that was the name. That was the artist name. His
Oh
like
yeah.
the symbol, or like artist, or I think he made another one called artist formerly known as Prince. That was like his stage name, his official artist name. So that whenever he put music out, it didn't belong to the record
It's a
label; it
record
belonged to
label.
him.
Wow.
Yeah. So you know, if you if you guys ever, hopefully never, I think that's starting to change. I don't think the record labels are necessary anymore, to be honest. Anyways.
You could go independent for sure.
Right. Yeah.
There's chances of you blowing up as an independent artist, but you know comes with work,
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of
It's
grind and a lot of work.
that is the good thing about big companies, big labels behind you. Like they'll do the work.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
the background stuff,
Yeah.
and then you'll
Exactly.
just be performing and stuff.
Yeah. But that's why all the artists out there just don't blindly accept things.
Read the
Right. The
short
fine
font.
print.
Yeah, exactly. Fine print.
Because yeah, last thing you want to do is like putting your heart out into everything, and then you don't even really see anything from that.
Yeah, man. It's happens. It happens to
Yeah,
many.
yeah,
Happens
yeah.
to
It's
many.
fortunate that it happens, but yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah. Let's get to a happier subject. um. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna be performing. I know if you recently released a couple things that you've been in, or something got released that you're in it. Is that right?
Yeah. I had done a collab with Martian, my boy Martian Fumes.
Mm-hmm.
You can check him out. Shout out to Martian Fumes. He's a rapper. What do you I want to say? Like a rapper producer. There you go.
Right. Oh, okay.
So he
Because
makes his
I
own
was gonna
beats.
ask how the music was made, so I guess it was him.
Yeah.
Nice.
He made the track, and he was like, hey man, he hit me one day after I had came out with the single No Priority.
Right.
Like a couple weeks later, he had hit me. I was like, yo, I just heard your track, like fucking love it, man.
Nice. Okay.
I want to see if you could help me work out with this song. And I was like, yeah, of course, man. Me and him have known each other for a very long time. We used to work together back in LaGuardia Airport.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So we always had like conversation. We'd always hang out. We would have conversations like, yo, when like I found out that he was an artist, like he was making beats and stuff at the time.
Yeah.
And at the time, he was just making beats, and he had like I want to say like a huge like catalog of just beats,
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, man, like try to like do something with this,
Yeah,
you know
of
what I mean?
course.
Like you have it, you make good beats, and eventually he started rapping on them, and I was like, yeah, man, I like what you're doing, like keep going at it. And at the time, I was going to your college,
Okay.
and I was having a couple of shows there thanks to me being part of the music program.
Oh, nice.
So one of my professors, Dr. Tom Zlabinger, shout out to him, great guy. He supported me and tried to make as much shows as possible. We would always do like a talent show every like 6 months,
right,
stuff
okay.
like that. And I'd be the host, and we'd like get other. I'd find other artists, not
Yeah.
artists, but you know what I mean, like people trying to like
I do remember that. Yeah.
know how to play music, and they want to like expose themselves.
Yeah,
Some
I've
people
done that too.
wouldn't, just because they didn't have a stage, they wouldn't do it.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Like my friend Marvin, like he would, and like he would have, but once I gave him the opportunity to perform, it's been like skyrocketed off for him, and he's been doing good. He's been coming out with a couple albums now. You guys can check him
nice.
out now. His calling name is Martian Fumes.
Yeah, definitely go check at least if you don't check the whole album out, definitely check at least that one, because I think it's very unique. Like it's not well, at least when I heard it, I was like I mean, I liked what I heard at first, but then something, I don't want to give it away, you gotta go listen, but then something happens, I'm like, oh, this is different. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the track is called Handyman.
Yeah.
Handyman, check it out with Martian Fumes
Nice.
and Markzen.
So like you write, I guess, both music and lyrics. Did you have some type of like, because I know some people, I guess, have like, I don't want to call them rituals, but like things that they do to get in that zone, or like or is it random to you? Like how do you like tend to create
like lyrics and stuff,
or whatever it is? Yeah. Or is it, I guess, different when it's lyrics compared to something like on the guitar or the bass or
Yeah, because when I'm writing music, I usually come up with the instrumental first,
oh, okay.
and then I come up with the lyrics.
Mhm.
Lyrics is mostly just uh like nowadays lyrics, what kind of lyrics are we really listening to, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like sometimes you're just listening to the same word over and over,
Right,
and you
yeah.
just like the beat's like nice, I like this beat,
Yeah.
so
That's definitely what it is.
yeah, so I try to focus on myself on like the instrumental first,
Mhm.
come out with usually, just pick up the guitar, come up with something I like, or maybe, put some chords together, make it sound, and try to make a song, try to make a verse, a chorus, and then build up upon that. And within time, once I have like a structure down of a song already, like, intro, verse here, chorus is gonna be here,
Oh,
and
okay.
next verse is gonna be here. Once I have like that already, like 90% there, and like the song is like, coming into like a whole like like a whole thing now,
Right.
that's when I'll be like, okay, like what am I trying to do with this song? Like, am I trying to write about, love? Am I trying to
Mhm.
about the breakup, sadness? Like, and I also take consideration like how the song sounds. Like,
Right. Yeah,
is
of
it a
course.
happy? Is it a joyful? Is it
Uh-huh.
sad? So I always try to come up with that. And with lyrics, I just come up with things, with experience of your life, because
Right, of course.
you would want to relate with the listener,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
more you relate with the listener, the more I guess uh comparison you have with the listener.
Yeah,
You
that's
could be like,
true, right.
I went through the same things you did, like I know how
Yeah.
it feels, so I like to always have that comparison, and have that like let the listener be like, yeah, I know what he's talking
All right,
about,
for
like I've
sure.
been there, so definitely my experiences within life, I try to like contribute with my lyrics, and also other people. There's also
Right.
there's one song that I wrote about how somebody felt about their life,
Right,
and
right.
how they wanted to, like end their life early. And
All right.
it's
Nice.
so I try to, it's just life itself.
That's
And
true.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always tell people, like I know some listeners probably already heard this, but when you want to get better as a writer, you don't necessarily go to class. I think, for at least my personal opinion, is just go live life, just go experience
Yeah, for
things.
sure, for sure. Just go out and experience, and sometimes at the most randomest moments
Yeah,
you'll just
that's
come up with a lyric, or
exactly.
oh,
Yeah,
like this, that sounds great, like let me jot this down, and
yeah.
you keep it in. Or sometimes I'm at work, and a random melody will pop into my head, and I'll get my phone, and I'll start like recording my
Oh,
voice, like
nice. Okay.
so then I could come home and build upon that little idea that I came up with
All right.
just off of the bat, and it
Do
comes
you
into something.
do you ever feel like I mean, you probably have, but I want to know. Like, I'm kind of taking a mental survey of like, do other people feel like this? But let's say you write something, and then I don't know, 6 months, like you really like the song, you really like
Mm-hmm.
what you wrote, you probably even record it and put it out, and then like let's say like a year later or 6 months or even 1 month, do you think like do you ever think like I'm not really feeling this anymore? Like, do I even want this to be associated with me?
So you're saying like you're
Like, you won't even just
making
like the song.
something, and then you're like ending up not liking
Yeah,
it as the time
exactly.
comes by.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been demos and songs that
Mhm.
I've like, I'll record it, and then it's like, oh, I don't really like this, and I'll just trash it. Or
Okay.
yeah, there's been times like that.
Well, I mean,
But it's good to like, jot everything down.
yeah.
Not jot everything down, but try to jot most things down, so that you never know. Like some simple thing, that you came up with on the spot could be something
Oh,
that
right,
could
right.
come out and blow up,
All right. Well, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're never really gonna know until you try it out, I guess.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there's tons of people out there that kind of like you said, like yeah, God, um, remind me, please, the name of the artist. I'm terrible with names that you worked with last. That you guys just put out the song.
Martian Fumes.
Right, 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 right. So how he had just tons of beats,
Mm-hmm.
just sitting on it, like with, and then he wasn't really doing anything, and then, well, yeah, people like the music. I know I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then eventually
Right,
he started rapping, and he got better at it, and now he's doing his thing.
right, yeah, exactly. So That's what people tell me. I mean, I'm pretty sure every good artist. I'm not claiming to be, but like anyone that wants to get good, there's it's kind of, I don't want to call it self doubt, because if it was self doubt, they wouldn't do it at all.
Yeah,
But like I guess second
there is
guessing
self
and
doubt.
some
I
shit
mean,
like that.
there is. Sometimes there's self doubt. It's some people don't think they sound good, you know, or
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, I don't know if I should, but sometimes that self doubt wasn't really there, and all you
Right.
had to do was just try.
Right. Yeah. It's just overthinking.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. But I'm just wondering, go back to the my original question, like, what if you had a song that blew up? Because I wonder if like big artists think this. And then yeah, you're not really in that same like headspace anymore
Hmm.
for like when you were in it with that song, but people keep want to hear it. Um, like I wonder, would you ever stop performing a song even if like you don't like it, but other people do? I guess that's the you
Uh,
think you would
I
do or other people.
wouldn't. I wouldn't really. I don't think I would stop. Oh, oops, sorry. I don't think I would stop playing it for the simple fact that some people do come to your show to like listen to that one
Yeah.
song. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, oh, I
Okay.
want to hear this one song.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's been a couple like that's for instance like Nirvana didn't want to play "Smells Like Teen Spirit" after a while. They were just
Right.
like,
Yeah. I
nah, we don't
figured.
want this anymore. And it happens. I mean, sometimes hearing a song over and over again or playing it over and over again, it's like, ugh, you get repetition going on, and then it's not fun.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
So you always have to how you also do have to understand like how the artist felt or that time, and
Right.
I'm trying to be empathetic.
Yeah. But I feel like I mean, I don't know what they thought at the time when they made it, but they were like, there's a certain, I guess, group, like target audience is the word.
Mm-hmm.
And then even though some people, because I feel like, yeah, that's kind of the perfect example. Like Smells Like Teen Spirit, it's still a popular song today
Mm-hmm.
because either the people from back then still listen to it now, or there's like people that have, young now that weren't necessarily alive back then, but they discovered it and
Just
they're,
discovering it,
yeah,
yeah.
and it's like, yeah, you're right. It's like you never know who's gonna connect to it,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're not even born yet. You know?
Exactly. I mean, I remember the first time I heard it. It was during the times that there was dial-up internet.
Yeah.
All
Oh
that like
boy.
AOL,
It takes one day to download one song.
AIM, yeah,
Yeah.
LimeWire, all that.
Yeah.
And
Good old
I
aim.
remember during that time, I wasn't into rock at that time. I remember it was like in middle school, like I
Hmm.
want to say like sixth grade before seventh grade. I want to say I was I was listening to anything, but not really. I wasn't really listening to rock like that. And then my friend sent me a link. Had started getting into a little bit of rock, like I started listening to like 3 Days Grace, Foo
Okay.
Fighters, and I was like, okay, I like this. This sounds cool, but not really putting mind to it. And then I remember my friend Mukhtar, he had sent me a link through AIM, and he's like, look, listen to this. I think you'll like this. And I
Yeah.
click on it, and it's Nirvana. It Smells Like Teen Spirit, and that popped up. And the second after the video ended, I was like, what is this? I have to know how to do this.
Right.
This is amazing. Like it was just like pure chaos, pure just like teenage angst,
Yeah,
and just like,
exactly.
and trying to like not people not being from the crowd that's not fitting in with the crowd of cool
Right.
kids, you know what I mean? Always being on the out. So it was like I could relate to this. Like I know how this feels. Like yeah,
Right,
So it's
exactly.
like so ever since that day, it was like holy shit. Like
Yeah,
this
I think
band is
that is one of those songs that transcends time. When they, people. You ever heard people say that, like, "Oh, this song transcends time," or "This movie transcends time"? It's like it doesn't matter
definitely yeah. Like
when you come from or like
it's
what.
endless. I mean like timeless. There you go. The
Yeah, there
song
you
is
go. That's the word.
timeless.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
yeah.
That's the phrase. And then yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure 50 years from now, hopefully, I do hope so. That like yeah, like you said, that demographic or target audience, whatever you want to call it, like they'll still relate to that. because it's like, yeah, it's like everybody goes through that at one point.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's always going to be relatable to somebody to some extent.
Yeah, I mean, growing up as a teenager, you going so much is going on through your head. You're going through puberty, you're going through school, you're going through parents. It's
Right.
all that, like it's a lot to handle. I mean, some people say it's like every once you experience, and plus everybody's life is different.
Right.
You
Exactly.
could be blessed to have a roof over your head. Some people don't have
Yeah.
much to
Anything.
like
Right.
even
Yeah.
to eat one day.
Yeah.
So everybody's life is very different, but
Yeah. Speaking of, I feel like I know we have to end soon, but I do want to ask this before you go. I know you've done some traveling lately, vacation wise.
mhm.
Um, and it kind of ties into what you just said. It's like, not everybody's the same. And yeah, kind of going back to what I said too about go experience life. Like, do you think? I mean, you probably won't know now, but somehow subconsciously it will happen. Do you ever take your experiences or like wherever you go and try to translate them into music? Like,
um
let's say you went to, I don't know. This is just an example. I'm not saying this is what you did, but like you went to a beach and you're like, man, how can I put this moment into?
into like a song.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, I've there was this one time that I was with a couple of friends and we were hiking,
Hmm.
and I had the idea of bringing my guitar to the hike.
Nice. Okay.
Not a great idea when you're hiking
That
for a
is true.
couple
Yeah.
hours.
You think it's a
Like,
nice idea,
it's a
but
good idea when
yeah,
you think about it, but then walking up the mountain and everything and having like a whole like guitar on your back is like
yeah.
holy, like ugh, very
Good
uncomfortable.
workout. Yeah.
Yeah, a good workout. But eventually we got to the top of the hill. I think we were in a breakback
Breakneck Ridge.
breakneck, yeah, breakneck mountain or
Yeah.
something like that. And we got to the top, and it was very gloomy that day, super super gloomy,
Oh, okay.
and we couldn't see like the trees or anything. But it was because it was early in the morning. We went there like at, I want to say like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the
Oh
morning,
wow. Okay.
and yeah, it was gloomy. It was drizzling a little, and I remember I was like, damn, like I started just like, took out the guitar, I started playing some chords, just started playing,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden the clouds start opening up and you start seeing the sun, and like you start seeing like like you see like the landscape and you see like the clouds, like literally like it was like a whole movie. Like I was
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it
I could
was
just
just some
imagine.
like whole imagination type of thing. Like I felt like I was in like a heavy drugs or something like that. I was like, yo, is
You're
this real right now? Is this
hallucinating, right?
happening? Like am I hallucinating this right now? But the fog went and you just see all the trees just like coming alive, and you see the sun just opening up the
Yeah.
whole park, and it was like wow, like. And I
Nice.
remember I was during the time I was just coming up with lyrics at the time because of how I felt,
All right.
and just showing my chords and just making a song. And I remember my friends were like, yo, play that song again that you did. And I was like, dude, I don't remember. I was playing
Right.
something.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean, like you said, like I try to do that now, like take an instrument or take something, because yeah, the inspiration's gonna come, it's gonna
For
hit
sure.
you. Like I'm like, I have to capture this somehow.
Uh-huh.
Even though it's very annoying, like it's like I don't know if it's somewhere over here, but I have a MIDI keyboard that I usually put in my suitcase
Nice.
just in case.
You come up with something?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah. Because it's like, it's been plenty of times like that when I'm like just jamming. I don't know, like luckily my cousin plays some instruments too. So when I go visit him in Mexico or wherever he's at now, I think it's like Southeast Asia.
Oh,
But,
nice. That's
yeah,
dope.
I gotta go see him over there. And then we just start jamming, and I'm like, man, that was very good. But unfortunately, we didn't like remember anything.
That's the beauty of the moment.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's beauty in itself, man. But yeah, I mean, like I said, unfortunately, this is a very good episode. I think. Thanks for coming by. I hate to like abruptly end it like
Nah, it's
this,
all good, man.
but
Thanks for
yeah,
having me.
I'll definitely have you back if you'd like to be back.
Anytime,
Yeah,
anytime.
after we'll have more shows to promote, because I know you're gonna be stay busy, man. Like I don't
I'm
see you
trying to
ever
from now
like
on.
really stopping, truly stopping.
I'm gonna play until I die.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny. Like I remember when I first started doing this stuff too. Like my family would ask me, "It's like, hey, so still into the music stuff. I'm like, well, yeah, what else am I gonna be doing,
Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly. Exactly.
so yeah, everybody. Once again, I'll post all the links for Markzen's project and the Instagram and anything else you want to tell them.
Um just thanks you for everybody that supports, that watches. Thank you, David, for having me at the
Of course.
hang. Uh thank you,
Subat. Yes, thanks,
Subad.
Subat.
Yes, I don't
He's
want
been
to
on
get
the
it wrong.
podcast before, as a matter of fact. So he's not exactly
Thanks for coming
unfamiliar
out.
face, but
Thanks for
yeah.
your patience.
Next time, actually, I was hoping to have a mic for you, but they were all taken
No,
at the
it's all
moment.
good.
But next time, yeah.
Short on budget.
um,
And yeah, thanks to my friends and family that always support. And catch me on May 6th at the Shillelagh Tavern, Astoria, Queens. Gonna rock out with Robbie Bloodshed, Voice of Doom, and Cassie. You already know.
nice. Thanks, everybody. I'll try to be there.
Pull up,
Hopefully,
pull
I'm not kept hostage on my other jobs. But yeah, I'll definitely pull up if I can. Everybody out there. Till next time. Peace.
So if I had one thing left to say, you were my everything, I'd give my life away. Any day I speak about it, all I do is reminisce of those sweet lips that I always used to kiss in life. No, there's the good and the bad. I look in this and looking back, and now I understand. It takes one mistake to ruin your stance. Life's a gamble, just give me a chance. Cause we will be, we will be, we will be stronger, you will see. We can be free. You look at me with no prior. I realized that I was blinded by an ego. I took my life for granted. Contigo, perdóname. I don't mean no harm, but I'm bugging you out like your morning alarm. Take your time and make everything alright. Mike Tyson, I'm focused on this fight. Remember all the times that we share. Now nothing compares. My mind will prevail. Too many times we're ready. Life ain't easy, it does get heavy. You might seem you're alone in the dark. What you need is a self-inflicted spark. They say time changes. We're here to see. And all I gotta say is just turn the page. We will be, we will be, we will be stronger. You will see we can be free. You look at me with no prior. You look at me with no prior.
All right. Thank you once again, Mark. Go check out Mark Zen on Instagram, on YouTube, I think, and I will. I always put up the links. I don't have to make you guess what it is or how it's spelled, but yeah, definitely remember Shillelagh's Tavern this Saturday. I don't think I mentioned that. It's this Saturday, which is May 6th. Yeah, that's right, May 6th. Uh, yeah, go check it out. Go have a fun night with your folks, as in your friends, because I don't know if your parents want to go, unless they're cool parents. that are still out there living life. Yes. So once again, if you want to go check out Mark, other performances of Mark, go check out the JXD Entertainment first ever concert. That was back in October of last year. It's definitely up on YouTube. Go listen to the other artists because they're all pretty talented. All right, bedtime for me now. Thank you for listening.